Hello and welcome to Art Song Colorado Live, the worst named art song show on the internet. I'm sorry, I still have my custom mask on. I put a link in the chat if you need a mask. We still need to wear them, folks. But we do have a new fun Art Song Colorado mask. It's kind of hilarious and stupid, but we love it, right? Keeps us safe, and it shows our love for Art Song. So my name's Epan Leubner. I'm the founder of Art Song Colorado. Super happy to have you here on a Wednesday night where we have a little bit of a chat about art songs. So today is a special day for Art Song Colorado. I have a guest. His name is Luke Rackers, and Luke is the founder of an organization called Abundant Silence. And Luke and I have been working on a little project since 2018. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. So, Luke, thanks so much for joining me today. Really glad to have you here. Luke, tell us about tell us about Abundant Silence. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, thanks so much, Epan, for having me today and for sponsoring the art song category of our composition contest. It's been such an awesome partnership, and we're so excited to be announcing these winners tonight. I know we've got a lot of entries from our contest who have been anxiously awaiting some announcement, and here's our first one, our first category getting announced tonight, so we're so excited.
Cool.
I started Abundant Silence back in 2013, sort of as a music publishing company, trying to find a way to better support composers, letting them keep their copyrights, finding ways to help them create new works, that kind of thing. And we since transitioned to a nonprofit organization. So we still publish new works, but we also have some awesome programming like our composition contest. We have a cool student program called the Festival for Creative Pianists that happens every year. We commission new works. Really anything that helps support living composers and helps celebrate new music.
Super. Well, I really like modern music, 21st century music, 20th century music. I think it's all great. But I've got to be honest with you, Luke. The reason why I got into music, like new music, is because I got hired for it. I didn't love it when I started, but it's amazing what a little curiosity can do in this world. And now I find myself really enjoying this. And I think back to when you and I met. I think it was in Wash Park at the Wash Park Center for Music and Arts.
Yeah,
Right?
I think
That
so.
was like 2015, 16, right when I was starting out, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we had just opened the doors at that center too, very shortly around
Yeah,
that time. Yeah.
yeah, that was right. Yeah, it was really cool because I think I came to see a recital there, and then I think we started talking about music, and you talked about new music, and I think I was going to New York to do some new opera or something like that, and I was like, well, as a matter of fact, this sounds really cool. Let's partner. I don't know if you said it or I said it, but yeah, it was a really fun thing. I can't believe we've known each other now for so many years. Thanks for the elevator pitch. I think that our friends now know a little bit about it. We held this competition in 2018, and you'll find out a little bit more about that in a little while. You'll find out. But for now, we're really excited because we're going to do the big announcement of the Art Song Prize for 2020. And so, Luke, why don't you kick us off with our runner-up, and here she is.
Yeah, I'm so excited to announce our honorable mention for the 2020 composition contest in the art song category is Reagan Castile for the work For the Times. It's 3 songs for soprano and piano with text by Emily Dickinson. So we're very excited to welcome Reagan to our roster of composers, and excited that to have Reagan as the honorable mention for this category. It's a very beautiful work. It has a really, really cool harmonic palette. and just a really creative work overall. So I'm going to be excited to hear this performed live and on video someday. And Ethan will talk more about that later. We've got pandemic times here, so things are a little delayed, but we're so happy. Reagan, welcome aboard.
Yeah, hey, I think one of the things that struck me about this set, Luke, was this idea that Reagan wrote these three songs that all have a different feel, and they have this sort of the maturity of a set, if that makes sense. Like writing a song is one thing, writing a set is a different thing, and I think that was something that was pretty remarkable as I was kind of going through all of that. I think we had almost 40 applicants from around the world this year, which was really exciting considering there was a pandemic going on, and I think everybody had just no idea what the world was going to be like, and the quality of work from all of our our composers, contestants. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but all of them they really, you could hear all of these interesting voices, and it was a really hard choice. I was really excited to hear Reagan's work, though, and congratulations on the honorable mention, Reagan. Now I guess I get to do the next one, huh, Luke? Is that right? Okay, so the winner of the Art Song Composition Prize for 2020 is Che Buford. This song, "The Lunatic," for mezzo soprano and piano, was it really kind of knocked my socks off. I don't know about you, Luke, but I'm a big fan of when the piano becomes a character in the piece, and holy moly, I mean, I had to listen to the opening licks a number of times just because it got into my head after I listened to it the first time and I kind of took the whole thing in. I just realized that there was just something really, really magic about the way Che took the words and just used the piano as this really cool counterpoint. I mean, anything strike you, Luke, as you were listening to Che's piece?
Yeah, you captured it. That piano part is just mesmerizing. And how Che fit these two parts together, the voice and the piano, is really, I think the performers are really going to have fun with this piece, which is something we look for in the composition contests. Like how will the performers take to the piece? How will the audience take to the piece? What's the artistic quality of the piece? So we think about all those things, and this piece just really fit all of those criteria really well. And for me, the piano part is just so mesmerizing. I could listen to it over and over again.
Yeah, remarkable stuff. And apropos of nothing, and this made no difference, but I think that it was a great byproduct. Is that I don't know if this is fair or not. Hopefully the internet doesn't blow me up for saying this, but mezzo sopranos don't always get the love. We need more mezzo soprano repertoire, and having that, I haven't heard a singer sing it yet, right? I've just been working through the score, trying to understand it. But boy, I cannot wait to hear a deliciously warm mezzo tone singing this. I'm excited. I think it's going to be super neat. Yay mezzos, and I hope that all of you take this song and do it on a recital. Really, Che's piece deserves this. It's so good, but you'll find out. Right? We only tease here. We don't actually deliver. So, yeah.
And the poetry that Che chose is it's so striking. This piece, "The Lunatic" by Charles Simic, just such a great choice for a new art song, for a 21st century art song. I think people are really going to be captured by that poetry when you all do have it performed live.
Yeah. I think it's great. So very excited. Congratulations to both Reagan and Che. We are very excited to get in touch with you and talk with you more about this and talk about all the good things that are coming. Speaking of which, why don't you fill us in on what's next for these fine young artists?
Yeah, so both the honorable mention and our final choice, our winner, receives a cash prize. Pretty cool. And the best thing, I think, for me is that they get to be on the Abundant Silence roster of composers. So There's networking they get. We publish their piece, and we will also publish future pieces by them, so they can submit additional works to us for publishing consideration. So we're really excited for that, to see what else that Reagan and Shay might be up to that they might want to put out in the public. And so, yeah, and all of the composers on our roster get some kind of special treatment for our programs too.
Nice.
We have some of our composers who contribute to our Festival for Creative Pianists every year. And so they just get embedded a little bit more in the organization with more opportunities available to them.
That's awesome. Yeah, and from Arts on Colorado's point of view, one of the things that I think that I really enjoy is the fact that we get to do some work in terms of recording or a video project. We're going to figure that out. It's a little dicey right now to do a really high quality recording. There's a lot of distancing things we've got to do, so we're gonna figure it out. But over the next, basically, our plan is over the next year, we are going to be doing very high quality video and audio recording of this. Our composers can add it to their their resume, their YouTubes, their TikToks, whatever they're into. I don't know where that came from, but my point is that once we figure out what the heck we're doing with the pandemic, they're going to be a big part of these two pieces. This song cycle and this piece are going to be a part of the Arts on Colorado over of recordings and performances, and so super psyched about that. Yeah,
yeah, and that's why we were so excited to have you as a partner too, Eben, to have these pieces performed as they should be by an arts organization. It's so great, such a treat.
Ah, cool. Well, speaking of which, Luke, we always close the show with a song. That's just something we do. And I thought it would be kind of neat. We went back in the Wayback Machine, if you will, and found out that there is actually a recording of the live stream from 2018 when we did a performance of the 2018 winner. And one of the things I just want to point out that it was 2018, so don't judge the video quality, but we were doing this before it was cool or required.
I was testing a live Mevo camera right when the live Mevo cameras came out. So,
but you know what? I think it's just great. I mean, I think it was just like this moment where you're like, oh, we're doing something. We're streaming something on the internet, and we were like, we're so cool, and now everybody's like doing it. Anyways, but we did, we've done some work to gussy it up a little bit, but the sound is still aces. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Luke, about this piece, this set we're going to hear?
Yeah, so this set is by Alexander Lieberman, our winner of the Art Song category back in 2018. This is Bagatelle Chantée, and it's 3 songs, Spleen or Melancholy, Silence, La Reine or The Spider. And this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous work. I love the melodies in this piece. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think everybody who's watching tonight is going to have a good time watching this because it's an homage. I think when I was looking at the score, you can tell that Alexander had this, he speaks about it in the produced score that's available through Abundant Silence. Yes, that's a thing. I suppose now I got to mark this as a sales item, sales pitch between my stupid mask and talking about buying scores. But it's a great set for soprano and piano. And I think that if you've got the chance, take a moment to watch this. Sopranos out there, take note. It's an homage to 3 French composers. See if you can identify them based on it, because it's just it's a neat set. So. Yeah, so I'm gonna bid you farewell, Luke. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're gonna go cut to the song, and then I'll wrap up the show. So, thanks for coming, and thanks again for partnering with me or letting me partner with you, since it's your competition.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. This is super exciting for us tonight, and really appreciate your support and all the work you're doing there at Arts Song Colorado.
Thanks. And now here is Dr. Margaret Ozaki Graves and Mallory Bernstein performing a charming set from our live broadcast of Alexander Lieberman's Bagatelle Chantée. Well, I think that was a great performance by Meg and Mallory. So glad that they were able to, be a part of this experience of doing our first Art Song Prize, and now I'm looking forward to finding some great singers from Colorado who will share with you the winners from the 2020 Art Song Prize. So. I wanted to thank Luke once again for joining us today, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. This is obviously new, and we're experimenting. We have a new backdrop today. Still got to figure out how to make my face less red, but we'll get to that. I think it's more important for us to get out there and tell the story of Art Song, and just continue to find new things to share with one another. So if you ever want to drop a comment, I can't always watch it while I'm actually doing this live stream, but I would love to chat with you. If you like the song, please share this video and help get the word out about this show, about Art Song Colorado. I've put some links to the patron, to our Patreon site, where you can become a monthly donor for just $1 a month. Or more, of course. Always love more, but it doesn't take much to make this happen. It's a great company, and I'm really proud of our 501c3 and the fact that we're out there just talking about Art Song. So come join us, be a part of the mission. We have a lot more announcements coming up. I'll continue to do this on a weekly basis until I run out of steam, whenever that is. But it's not going to be anytime soon, because I'm kind of having fun. I don't get to perform much anymore, and so this is like it. So that being said, I always close with the words of the poet Theodore Rothke: "If you can't think, at least sing." Have a great night.